Hey guys, welcome to the podcast. Jacob, joined always by Travis and Joe, bringing another band from the table podcast straight to your ears. We're going to start it off today with Travis. He's going to be doing some, looks like something over the Steam Deck, which I'm pretty excited to hear about, man.
Yeah, me too. So the Steam Deck is coming in. Everybody seems to be liking it. Let's see here. It's essentially a handheld PC, is the way it's being described. Uh, the problem so far with it is that if you want one, you're gonna have to wait till Q2 of 22 for it to come in. So very back ordered right now. Let's see here. They make repair and replacement parts in it. So if something does go wrong,
Anything
with it,
important?
you can repair it if you know what you're doing. If not, you can have it repaired.
Yeah.
Which would be awesome because they don't do that with consoles anymore.
Right. There's a lot of good going on in this.
Yeah, there really is.
By the way, this article is by Rob Rich and it's from SlashGear.
Yes.
A lot of customability, a lot of openness. Obviously, the disclaimer: don't do it yourself if you're not familiar with hardware maintenance.
Yeah. But if you can't do it, I'm sure there's a place nearby that can.
Right.
For a small fee. It comes with Linux pre-installed.
The Steam Deck does?
Yes.
Yep. With the option of changing the OS if you wanted to for some reason.
Yeah, I would just leave it with Linux, personally.
I mean, I would too.
All right, now for the bad on it. One of the biggest ones being that the games that actually work on the Steam Deck at the moment are still limited. So whether or not your game is going to be on there, it's like a 50-50 shot. The other one people are having a bad problem with is having to tweak the graphics settings on a game-by-game basis. I could see how that would get rather annoying.
Mm-hmm.
And the battery life, which I kind of expected that, to be honest with you. Like, that didn't surprise me, just because it's hard to find a good battery on anything anymore.
That's fair. I mean, that's pretty fair. The only real competitor this thing has anyway is the Switch, and the Switch.
Yeah.
As much as I love my Switch, it's not a graphically demanding series of games on the Switch.
No.
Now, the Steam Deck, it's a computer. It's going to play everything.
Yeah. And it would be. I saw where a lot of people were excited that it would be where you could have Steam on the go while you're traveling. So, because, can't travel with a desktop. And getting a
You want to
gaming
watch
lap.
me? Carry this bitch around like a backpack, bro.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Looking like a fucking stormtrooper, my guy.
So the unexpected stuff about it. The Steam Deck weighs 1.47 pounds.
That's pretty impressive, bro.
Yeah.
That is chunky.
You need a workout? Just break out the Steam Deck.
Yeah.
12-ounce curls.
That thing, man.
It's gonna sound like a PS4, bro. Those fans.
They said that the fans are pretty noisy and they run almost constantly.
Let's see. Oh, here's something interesting that I see in the article.
What's that?
The system's ability to suspend and resume games, which is something that is pretty big in the console market.
That was a big selling point on the Series X and the PS5. Big selling point.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely like a novelty that most PC players, you're not
Don't
used
have.
to that. Yeah,
No.
and now you'll be able to play, PC games on your Steam Deck and be able to suspend them.
Right. Unless you have like a top end 3090 or something like that where you can run multiple games at once and just switch between them. That's a different story, but not everybody has $5,000 to spend on a PC with that expensive of a graphics card,
Hey, Travis didn't get a 3090, but he is proving that it's possible to build a budget PC.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Yeah, most definitely. That's a good point.
Yeah, I just went through Newegg and picked out stuff here and there that was a good price. That
Got himself a 3050, and apparently the 3050 can handle up to 8K, is what he was telling me earlier.
Yeah.
Up to 8K resolution. Obviously, it's only going to be like 20 frames per second, but that means he'd probably be able to run 4K at 60 frames, maybe more.
Yeah, you're 100% right. And I saw where at 1080, dude was able to get 200 frames per second out of it.
Yes,
That's nice,
most definitely. Yeah, my cousin has a 3070 laptop, and laptop GPUs aren't as they're not as powerful as PC GPUs, but they are still pretty powerful. And he was running most games on ultra with over 150 FPS. I mean, ultra settings, and his screen was I believe 4K. Could be wrong.
It's nice. Well, speaking of playing games, let's learn about what are play to earn crypto games and which are the best to play.
Yeah, so we found this article. It's on makeuseof.com. And after we dove in on our first podcast about NFTs and multiverse and things like that, we've done a little bit of we've seen a few more articles and stuff about NFTs, and we've learned a little bit more about, there are some games that are coming out like Ember Sword and things like that are, and like the Sandbox, where you can make your own NFTs for in-game play and stuff like that, where if you become a creator, you can sell that stuff at a limited quantity and at limited rarity and just crazy stuff. Anyway, so this is written by Katie Rees. It was written a day ago, or published a day ago, rather. And it's just talking a little bit about the cryptocurrency market, offering a wide range of ways which people can earn tokens. And tokens are it's like the investment portion of the crypto. So you've got the crypto coin, the crypto token is what it's also known as in the play to earn crypto games. And so what are they? That's a pretty good question. And so this one says, play to earn crypto games involve earning some form of cryptocurrency by playing games, right? These usually include making in-game currency by carrying out quests, winning battles, and completing other kinds of challenges. And you can exchange this currency for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other tokens on the decentralized blockchains and exchanges. And there's usually almost always a catch, though.
Yeah, see, I don't know anything about cryptocurrency, so I can't.
Yeah, so the problem with the games is usually you have to like you have to hook up your wallet, your crypto wallet and things like that, and you have to usually put some kind of money into it, or you have to purchase some kind of crypto to start playing the game. You have to purchase maybe their specific token, but some of them you can start for free. I've looked into it a little bit, and there's a few that you can start for free, but there's usually an initial investment that will help you like earn more tokens or boost your gameplay or give you better quality drops or things like that. But it's usually advertised in the form of some kind of membership. So, but here it says, is it worth playing? So the funds that you earn can be transferred into your cryptocurrency wallet and used to buy in-game items. You can also buy NFTs or which NFTs are classified as an in-game currency, apparently. And most of these means that you claim ownership of the in-game item and sell and trade them. The financial benefits of these games are a huge incentive for players because, as we know, NFTs are like one of the hottest investments right now at this point in time because they're just outrageously overpriced, and a lot of the NFT professionals are saying that price point is going to crash. Who knows how soon? They're saying soon, but who knows truthfully how soon? That's kind of like going back to AMC and GameStop stocks. You know, everybody was like, "Oh, they're crashing," and then they're to this day still around. You know, so who really knows? But anyway, it gives a list on the best ones to play right now, and just judging off of the first one on the list makes me question this article's integrity already.
I will say, I've scrolled through these already to kind of get ahead of you, and there's one of them that I know Travis would love, and there's also one of them that is probably going to get sued out of existence because it is already an existing concept.
Yeah, I've been scrolling through them too. And I bet I already know which one you're going to pick for me.
Oh, yep. I already know which one's going to get sued. Yep. Yeah, that's pretty that's yeah, for sure. Anyway, number one is Axie Infinity. This is the one, as I said, the first one on the list makes me question the integrity. Because I know that this one requires you to purchase a kind of like membership. It has an initial investment. You know, and a lot of the gamers today, they hate the pay to play games, the pay to win games. A lot of people hate that kind of stuff. But
I hate them with a passion.
Yeah, when it comes to an investment opportunity, however, if it takes $10 to really start like to get in on some of the hottest trading in the markets right now, like $10 to somebody that's well versed in it, $10 to somebody that knows what they're looking for and can find it pretty quickly, like $10 is okay. Because I'm pretty sure it is like a $10 investment, just $10 to start you out, and it gets you like some kind of like a battle pass in a game. It kind of gets you something similar along those lines. But it's supposedly one of the most popular play to earn crypto games out there today. One of the main reasons is the in-game currency called Smooth Love Potion, or SLP. A fantastic name for an Axie Infinity monster game. Makes total sense.
Hold
called
on.
Smooth Love Potion.
The only reason that I would play this, based off the screenshot, is the fact that it looks like there is a flying cat in an iron lung shooting missiles at people.
It really does.
It looks pretty fun.
It's straight up in an iron lung. Looks like an iron blimp.
Right.
And it also has another token known as Axie Infinity tokens, or AXS. They can be converted to cash, so you can make money. And it's got a couple different modes that you can play, carrying out tasks and completing missions, and fighting against opponents. Farm. You can also farm form to create SLP and then sell it within the game. And competing in PvP leaderboards, Axies themselves can also sell for a lot of money and have their own marketplace in this sense. So each individual monster or character, or I guess collectible, you could call them, I guess is either has a level of rarity or a uniqueness to them or something that gives them a value. And Says it'll probably take a few hours to truly understand how everything works, which what doesn't.
That's fair. Yeah.
And moving
That's
on
all,
to
yeah.
number 2 on the list is the one that will probably get sued out of existence. And I'm okay with saying that because when you hear the name, you're going to totally understand why. But it's Plant versus the Undead. Plant versus Undead.
Oh, you mean it's not? It's not Plants vs Zombies? I mean,
Yeah. No, right? It's not Plant versus Zombies. No, it's Plant versus Undead.
Here's the
You
thing.
know.
the big thing, right? Here's the reason they might avoid a lawsuit, because in Plants vs Zombies you harvest sunlight, and I'm pretty sure it was called sunlight in there, right? They call it light energy in this one.
Really?
Mhm.
So far off. Wow. But the thing is the light energy is an in-game currency, so that might be the part that keeps them from getting into trouble, is because they created a currency out of it rather than like
Right, yeah,
I mean,
you take the light energy
you know.
and convert it into PVU tokens or Plant versus Undead tokens, which you can trade in various decentralized exchanges.
That's ridiculous to me.
There are also plant NFTs you can gain and sell for a profit.
Yes, and each one varies depending on its rarity. Combat element, defend your farm. It's literally Plants vs Zombies, but NFTs.
Now, this one, yeah, Plants vs Zombies with NFTs. The next one, Joe, looks that just because of what engine it was developed in, might be all right.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It's developed in the Unreal Engine and involves 3 character types: humans, demons, and guardians. It's multiple playing modes: arena, story, tournament. They all consist of different challenges.
It's a multiplayer.
Earn money through Battle of Guardians with NFTs. So as you progress through the game, you earn more and more rewards. You'll come across an entry fee if you want to play in a tournament. It has an official marketplace where you can exchange the characters as NFTs with other players and even sell them. It has 2 kinds of in-game currency. You've got Battle of Guardians share and fighting points, or BGS and FP. They both have different functions, and you can stake either to earn rewards. Now, that is something that's hasn't been mentioned in this article yet. Staking cryptos, staking NFTs, staking. Well, these are currencies, in-game currencies, but it's I mean, I don't know what it means in this game particularly, but staking crypto is it's like gambling. Like gambling with crypto, but it's the concept
Don't tell Travis that. Don't tell Travis that. Travis loves gambling.
Don't tell Travis that.
It's like leveraging one crypto against another, and it's kind of, I mean, from the concept that I understand, it made sense to compare it to Forex, like foreign exchange currencies, where you would basically take the value of one and trade it for the value of another, while the value of another was up, and then trade it back when the value of what you originally had went down, while the value of the other was still up. You know what I mean? So you get more of your original currency than you had when you started. And then you have the strong versus the weak currencies and things like that. But regardless, it's like gambling with crypto. And so on to the next one. We've got, this one looks pretty cool too. And this one is probably the one that Travis would fall in love with.
Yeah, this is the one.
But it's called Meta Wars, and it's an exciting multiplayer sci-fi themed game set in the future. Launched in October 2021 on the Binance Smart Chain, or the BNB coin. It is a play-to-earn game that combines space exploration with combat and offers a user-controlled in-game economy. So it kind of sounds like, what's that one really popular space game where you kind of...
Star Citizen?
No, we used to play it. We used to play it.
No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
No, not that one. Not that one. This one is like a. It looks like shit, man. What is that game called? Eve Online.
Oh, okay, yeah. Eve.
That's what it reminds me of. It looks like Eve Online. So if they and Eve is, from what I understand, extremely popular. So if they combine Eve into an NFT atmosphere,
NFTs.
I'm just saying, if they combine Eve with an NFT atmosphere, that's gonna blow up, dude. That would blow up, and I think that one would be a really, 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 really good one. But anyway, you can earn the game's native token, which is awards, by winning.
So far, best name for any of these made-up fake tokens.
Yeah, really. I mean, it is, and you can stake them as well. You can stake them and take part in auctions and in-game governance. Buy NFTs in the game's auction, which you can
I'm
trade.
straight up gonna give this a shot.
Well, there's a disclaimer at the end of this article.
Oh yeah, for sure. There will definitely.
No. At the end of this one in particular, it says both currencies, the Wars and Gamma, or GAM as they call it, which is a secondary token. Both currencies have a pretty low value and market cap at the moment.
Yep. Which makes total sense. That means that if this game does blow up, time to fucking get in it. That's what I'm getting out of it.
I think that one might have the best shot.
Yeah, I mean, in all truth, if the game functions well, and you're looking for something to get into, and you don't really know what to get into, I mean, if the value is low, and you spend $10, and you get how many ever you get. What's the odds of you losing $10? You know, if the value is already low, the odds of it getting lower are less like in the market, in today's market, the odds of it getting lower in value are pretty slim because everybody is optimistic on almost every single cryptocurrency. There's going to be some kind of audience for every single cryptocurrency or every single in-game token. And like a lot of big crypto entities out there are looking at crypto gaming as the next big move. So, well, you know, with that being said, you take your own opinion of that and interpret however you want to, and just know that if that blows up, you heard it here first.
That's true.
Also, disclaimer as far as the podcast, this is not financial advice. We're not telling you what to invest in. We're simply reading off what we're seeing here on makeuseof.com, written by the author stated before, Miss Reese, and
it's just Joe's passion.
Yeah, I'm really interested in investing. I'm really interested in financials. I love it. It's awesome. It's an opportunity for the poor to get rich in essence, and that's what crypto is really about. It's decentralizing money in a way that the government has no say over what the value is. But you know, there's always a way for everybody to get their hands in on something. So what it truly turns into in the end, nobody really knows yet. We will see. I'm sure laws will come out about it. I'm sure things will change. But regardless, at this point in time, it's an opportunity. Question?
What's this next game? What's this next game on this list?
Yeah, there's one more game.
Yeah, so DeFi Kingdoms. It's an exciting play to earn crypto game. And so it features a DEX. The game itself is now becoming globally popular. So maybe a little too late on this one.
Travis might also like this one too.
So this one looks pretty interesting. It looks like it's got a token swap, and then it has some kind of pool. Start mining and our liquidity farming pools. Add liquidity in the gardens to unlock jewel token rewards. Earn staking bonuses in the jeweler. So you can stake in. You can use staking in the game. The in-game currency is jewel. Purchase interactive NFT heroes, sell them for a profit.
That does sound
you can,
pretty good.
And you can buy plots of land. That's another big thing that we'll talk a little bit more about later. To create your own vast kingdom, plots of land, like virtual or meta land, goes for quite a bit of money in some situations. And if you look at Sandbox or Ember Sword, and some of the other larger, I would call them AAA games of the crypto universe or the crypto gaming universe. You call them whatever you want to, but they're more along the AAA lines. Actually, Ember Sword, I believe, partnered with some of the bigger gaming creators in the gaming industry. But regardless, in the garden or the bank, you can stake your jewel. The bank is a single staking pool, generally the safest. The garden provides you with plots of land proportional to the share you've provided to the game, which you can then develop to gain liquidity. You can also take part in player tournaments using your heroes, defending your land from other players. You can play the game right now. It's still in active development and being improved. More exciting features are to be added in the coming months. And then to basically sum it up, play-to-earn crypto games and GameFi in general are gearing up to become an exciting element of the decentralized ecosystem. So again, big news for the crypto gaming industry. And as I said before, a lot of crypto entities or a lot of crypto influencers out there, crypto content creators on YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook, and all these other means of media are really looking at crypto gaming as the next big opportunity. And we're talking 1,000 times, ROIs, 1,000 times return on investments. And so, if you're looking for something that could possibly make you some money in the future, do some research on crypto gaming. Do some research. We're doing research on our end as far as our next big moves and whatnot with hashtag Be Better, because we obviously need to have steady forms of income to keep things up and running smoothly. And if we can educate ourselves on it and bring information to you guys, we're going to do our best to do that. But regardless, let's see what we've got coming up next. It looks like it's going to be Jacob talking about NVIDIA. So I'll let him take over.
So NVIDIA has had an incident, a cyber attack. Little disclaimer at the beginning of this. Everything that's going on in the world right now is in some way, form, or fashion, someone is trying to link it to the Russia-Ukraine conflict. This does not appear to be one of those, and I'm going to do my best to avoid talking about that again for the rest of the podcast. But if you look at the article on The Verge, written by Sean Hollister at Starfire2258 on Twitter, we read these guys' articles on here all the time. It says that they had an incident. Their business and commercial activities will continue uninterrupted. They are working to evaluate the nature and scope of the event and don't have any additional information to release. But Bloomberg has reported that a cyber group has hacked in what they're called Lapsus ransomware gang. What a name. Or Lapsus. They claimed responsibility, saying that they have gotten the password hashes for NVIDIA employees and indicating it has other data, including source code and information related to RTX GPUs. So it looks like someone got in, stole some proprietary information from NVIDIA, and there's not a whole lot about any kind of slowdown to their operations, nothing like that. It just pushed back they had a minor announcement. They said they were going to release to the public, talk to people, probably drum up some excitement about something they're doing with their incredible GPUs right now. But it appears that the day they were going to release the announcement, they suffered a cyber attack, and this seems to be kind of along the lines of what happened in CD Projekt Red last year, where somebody got in, stole all that source data for, was it The Witcher?
I'm sitting here and I'm reading this, and I'm looking, and it says that it is they claim Lapsus $, claimed responsibility, leaking what it says are the password hashes for NVIDIA employees, as you said. But it also indicated it has other data, including source code and information related to the RTX GPUs, right?
Right.
And I'm curious to wonder what somebody could do with the source code to an RTX GPU, because, and the reason I say this is because crypto mining, right? Ironically, I'm going to take it back to crypto. But the thing about the RTX GPUs is NVIDIA limited their power. If you have an RTX GPU, it will not operate at full power because they limited it due to its mining capabilities.
So
They
you think
actually
this is
restricted the powers to these RTX GPUs. So I think that these guys may be trying to get this source code out so that somebody can basically hack the GPUs to run at full power.
just one more reason crypto is bad news?
I'm just saying.
Because I
that's
just
the-
bought an RTX.
Right? You're gonna be
I'm just
a,
saying it
crypto miner.
makes sense because
does.
these RTX GPUs are supposed to be badass, dude. They're supposed to be really, really powerful, and with them being restricted and not being able to run at full power, what are they truly capable of? I don't think anybody truly knows what they're fully capable of. But with the source code, somebody's going to find out. You're going to have some coding guru look through this source code and figure out what is limited and what can be enhanced or upgraded or changed in order to make these things run at full power. Anyway, that's just my thoughts on it. Let's get back into it and keep going.
That's assuming, because they haven't released any of this yet, right? They haven't leaked any of this data yet. They're still playing it close to the chest. But it says that the cyber attack knocked out NVIDIA's email, even though the person writing this article did receive NVIDIA's statement from an NVIDIA email. Whatever happened, I mean, NVIDIA being a tech company, they're probably pretty quick on the restore for whatever they had going on. But it does talk about something that I have no knowledge about. Maybe someone out there listening has some knowledge about it. Let me see. Hold on. Give me just a second so I can find it. It says someone from Sofian Tahiri posted a later message from the group to Twitter. They claimed the company tried to delete their data in a virtual machine via the VPN and device management platform it uses. So they apparently claim to still have a backup of the data, and they are threatening to leak. So it looks like NVIDIA tried to get a handle on it, maybe didn't get quite a good handle. Maybe the hackers didn't get as much of the data as they thought they did, because they say they have a backup. Do they have the whole thing backed up?
Right.
That's our little. That's all I've really got on the NVIDIA. I mean, it's a terrible thing, especially since Travis just ordered.
I just ordered an RTX 3050.
Now, I mean, I don't think that it compromises any of the RTXs. I think, if anything, it's going to enhance them, because why on earth would anybody want the source code for any other reason other than there's always financial gain tied into anything. Either they're holding it virtually hostage, or using it for some sort of ransom or whatever. I don't really know. It doesn't sound like that. It doesn't sound like they're using it for ransom. It sounds like they're just wanting to get it out to the public, right?
No, they're probably holding it for ransom, much like what happened in CD Projekt Red. Because if they were trying to get it out to the public, they would have released it already. And they say
Yeah.
they're still holding on to it.
Right. This is very.
thinking
This
about
is
leaking.
this is true. This is true. That I mean, that's a good point. That's a good point. And I mean, it clearly states. I don't know if you saw this tweet that Dark Tracer or Dark Web Criminal, Dark Tracer _INT alert Lapsus ransomware gang leaked the credentials of NVIDIA employees and announced that it would soon release 1 terabyte of stolen data. It says here are the password hashes for all NVIDIA employees. Soon we leak data about the RTX GPUs and such. We are not sure how we will leak the data yet. We think it will be 5 different releases. It's very large, almost 1 terabyte. On another note, if NVIDIA contacts us in email and pays a fee, we'll ensure the data is not leaked. So there we go. That clarifies it. They are holding it for ransom. We expect initial contact before Friday. And there are 15 replies, 354 likes on this post. On this tweet. So that sums that up. That clears that up pretty well. I mean, it's definitely being held for financial gain, dude. I mean, that right there proves it. I'm glad that we went up there and touched on that real quick before we moved on to the next one.
Yeah, let's hear what McDonald's has done, Travis, since you wanted to talk about Mickey D's and the Golden Arches.
I'm loving it.
It got my attention because it was funny.
Right. Yeah.
But the category it's under,
it's definitely a change in pace.
Yes. Yeah. So,
compared to what we've been talking about, it's definitely a change in pace. So it'll be good. It'll be good.
It was written by Chris. I'm sorry, Mr. Chris. I'm not even going to try to pronounce your last name.
Madzitskik.
Posted in Technically Correct on February 26, 22. Topic being enterprise software.
On zdnet.com.
Yes. So, it starts off by saying there's always something new at McDonald's. Not so much on the menu, but more in the sphere of how to please the more customers with fewer employees and a more judicious use of technology.
You don't even use self-checkouts at Walmart, so why do you want...
Well, I just find it's funny because the problem they're having is that their delivery apps like Uber Eats and DoorDash, they're charging them way too much, so they renegotiated the contract, and now they're saying that they'll be able to make more money off of it.
Well, in their defense, it does say franchisees, but yes.
Yeah.
McDonald's cares about that bottom line. Just like the hackers.
And just so you know, if anybody listening to the podcast, just so you know, if you order from DoorDash or you order from Uber Eats or whatever that other one is, I forget. If you're ordering off of these delivery companies, if you go to the restaurant or fast food places website and look at their menu, the prices are different. The prices are marked up on these apps. Just so if you're not aware, they are. I mean, I have looked into it.
Well,
my lady looked into it.
I DoorDashed my dinner tonight.
Hey, so it's actually it goes without saying, if you truly want to support a small business or even a big business, you have to understand that if you want to support the American economy or any economy in general, I say American economy because we are, of course, Americans. We live in the U.S. and we, live and breathe United States. But that, that doesn't mean that there's only one way of living, right? Now, I'm not sitting here yelling America, holding the flag or anything, but that's where we are. That's why we say the things we say. But regardless of that, you have to understand that DoorDash, Uber Eats, and things like that, they are companies as well. They do have employees that they need to pay. So if you are the person that wants to support the growth of the American economy or support more job opportunities, then DoorDash and Uber Eats are perfectly fine. If you're not the kind of person that's truly stuck to a budget, if you spend a penny over, you're going to be in a bind. But But just
That's
so
me.
you know, yeah, right. That's me. I fall in that category. I've got a kid and a wife that stay at home wife, and so I support both of them, and
When she
so
hears
I have.
this, she's gonna kick your ass.
Well, she supports. Hey! Look, she supports me by staying home with the kid, so that's saving
she
me
does.
a ton of money. I will not argue that for a day in my life. Not only is her job 24/7, and my job is 12/7, or when it wants to be 21/7, it sometimes can be. But besides all of that, we have to understand that if you are not hurting for money, there's no reason you can't support the economy by paying for DoorDash or Uber Eats or some delivery service, because those are job opportunities. But besides,
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
The other thing about that is it really helps, like in certain situations. Like whenever I was traveling for work, I was in Louisiana. I didn't know anything about it, so I wanted something to eat. I just DoorDash it, and I don't have to get out, try to find it, fight the traffic, and go wrong way on a one-way street.
That
After
sounds
that,
like a personal experience.
It's happened.
Specific.
I would never break the law.
But I mean, let's get real. Like if you go to, and I say this because I'm from Texas, right? I say this because I'm from Texas. But let's say you go to a known bad place in town, like a known high crime rate area, and you don't want to be out in public or out in the open because you're fearing for your life or something like that. DoorDash, Uber Eats. They've got to make a living, so they're going to do what they have to do to get money. They're going to do what they have to do to make money. So there's no reason you can't support the economy and order from DoorDash or something like that. But regardless, besides that, the other end of my point is, if you want to support the chains or you want to support the small businesses mainly, because there's a fee in using these delivery services. And anytime these delivery services pick up an order and take it to you, the company has to pay these fees, right? So that's how these companies make money. Their markups on their apps and their fees that they charge for the delivery, the tips, how they pay their delivery drivers and things like that. If you truly want to support the small business, if your idea is, I'm going to buy from this place to support their business because I like what they have going on, call them and order through them. If that is your thought process, call them and order through them. But if you're cool with supporting DoorDash, if that's what you're wanting to do, then order through DoorDash or Uber Eats, But anyway, let's continue.
So anyway, another way they're making money off of them, this is actually kind of coming off of that point a little bit. Like you're saying, they have to make money too. So what they do is, if McDonald's restaurant is slow to prepare customers' delivery order, DoorDash will impose penalties. And if and they mess up the order, they'll have to pretty much eat the whole thing.
That's good.
That's true. It holds people accountable. It's accountability.
Yeah. Right now, both DoorDash and McDonald's are having a problem figuring out how to hire humans, apparently. Many people believe that they don't pay enough and the work isn't attractive enough.
It's not.
I agree with that.
But I mean, let's get real. But
then it says full employment can do that to human judgment.
It's a basic skill job.
Well,
the basic skill pay.
The way McDonald's stated it was that it's a job, not a career.
Right, but like we have a good friend who DoorDashes and makes pretty good money DoorDashing.
Yeah, and there is nothing wrong if you work at McDonald's, you gotta do what you gotta do. I understand that.
Well, not even at McDonald's, but like with DoorDash, right?
Or DoorDash, yeah.
Our friend that does it has like a disability that would prevent him from standing on his feet from long hours and this, that, and the other. But he could drive. He could drive all day, so that's what he does. Is he DoorDashes because it is an opportunity for less able people, in order to make money. If you can drive, you have the ability to do that. Some people like me. When my DoorDasher gets here, I try to meet them at the sidewalk, or at their car, whatever they're comfortable with. I know with COVID restrictions and stuff, some people aren't, but I live in a small town in Texas. We haven't had mask mandates since the pandemic hit. So most of the time you can walk out there, shake their hand, thank them for bringing you your food, go back inside, and it's a pleasant experience for everybody.
Right. And something else is like, and this is something that I was born and raised, just like, if you're going to utilize the luxury of having your food brought to you by another individual and tip like crap, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be that person. Don't be that person that's like, you took 2 minutes too long, you're not getting a tip. Cancel the charge before it comes out of the bank kind of person. Don't be that. If you're going to take advantage of the system, do it the right way. Tip your driver, tip your delivery guy. When I got a delivery guy that walks up to my door, if I didn't tip on the app, I hand them $10, $20 cash. And like I said earlier, I'm a person on a budget. I budget for these things because it is rightfully earned to the individual that took the time out of their day to perform something that you didn't feel like doing, didn't want to do. You may have been too in pain to do it, or whatever your reason is, whatever. You need to budget for that experience. You need to make sure that if you can't afford to tip the person correctly, then just don't.
You know what DoorDash means?
It. What's that?
DoorDash means when you're drunk and you want Taco Bell, you don't have to drive to get it anymore.
That's right.
That's damn straight, dude. But let me tell you, drinks are expensive, so be ready. Drinks. If you want to, it just kind of goes back to, you want to have a good time. You're not going to care about the money you spend, right?
Yeah, good time, Charlie. That's what happens to millions of people every weekend.
You go out, you get a couple drinks in your system, and that bartender's getting a damn good tip. Now you already know it. He's getting a damn good tip because he's funny. Yeah. He's cool. He made the drinks in a cool way. They're trained to do it. The motherfucker delivering your food's trained to deliver your food, and he's not going to spit in your shit either.
I don't know how much training they get for delivering food.
I mean, it doesn't really require much training, but the fact of the matter is it's a luxury service. You're
right.
You're paying for an individual to show up at your door with your food and say, "Have a great night, enjoy your food." Like if it's their fault, usually it's not their fault if they don't have a particular item of your food. Usually it's not their fault. Usually it's where they pick the food up at. But regardless, McDonald's and DoorDash, they're having an issue hiring humans. It's because it's a job and not a career, and we have to understand that, it's a basic job. It's a basic skill job. It doesn't require a whole lot of skill. Are y'all texting about me?
No.
Joe, you're like one of those curvy sidewalks, bro. You're gonna get me from point A to point B, but god damn, are we gonna go through some curves?
Hey! Look! Listen, Linda, listen.
You're the reason we're banned from the table, bro.
That's okay. Hey, banned from the table, accepted at the table. Shaking hands at the table, kissing babies at the table. It all counts, right? Shaking babies and kissing hands. Anyway, is that how it goes, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's what I always say.
That's why you didn't win that. What is that line from Dukes of Hazzard?
That's why you didn't win the governor's election.
But anyway, Travis, I'll get out of your way and let you curve down the sidewalk by yourself now.
You're fine, bro. So anyway, let's see. Where was I?
I'll share my limp with you.
Right.
McDonald's did declare that it's going to open new restaurants and new locations.
Shocker.
Well, here's the thing. You might think there's nothing new about this. This is straight from it. Yet McDonald's currently has the fewest locations it's had in 20 years. It closed 239 restaurants in 2021. And as far as opening new ones, it hasn't done that for 8 years.
Are they really restaurants though? Like, can we call McDonald's a restaurant? The term restaurant to me brings to mind
One of them fancy
sitting at a
sit-down
table.
restaurants.
Yeah, one of them fancy sit-down restaurants.
Yeah, one of them there fancy things where you
One of them
like
fancy sit-down restaurants.
like
I will say,
Sonic
though-
where you sit down outside.
Right, yeah. But the ones in Texas, if you order eat in and you go sit at a table, they do actually bring you your food now.
This
Yeah.
is true.
The
this
ones
is
in
true.
Australia were amazing.
Well,
Those were the best McDonald's I've ever been to in my entire life. They have it figured out. They bring you their food. They bring you your food on a wooden cutting board looking thing.
but don't they also serve like prawns on burgers?
Sometimes, I think. Prawns are huge. They're awesome. Way
Prawns are
better.
huge.
Way better than shrimp. Way better.
Same thing. It's the same thing.
No. Big
So
difference.
are you,
I
are you
miss
done
prawn
covering
chips,
McDonald's?
dude.
Prawn
No.
chips?
Yeah.
Bro, this is a pretty long article, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
I left that article already.
Anyway, of course they're really pushing to get robots to deliver your food is what it boils down to.
Wait.
The future of fast food is to be a robotic vending machine, a really nice big one. This is where
That
the
would be.
technology comes in.
I mean, FedEx already has little delivery robots.
But we talked about this the other day in the truck at work. We talked about this a little bit. Technology, the increasing use of technology in a fast food restaurant. If robots are making burgers, taking orders, fucking maybe eventually Teslas are delivering McDonald's to your front door or something like that. Who knows? But the thing is like, if they take away some of these basic skill jobs or starter jobs, I guess you could call them, the jobs that most people work either after they retire or while they're in school or something like that, just the little jobs that a lot of the normal people in day-to-day work don't really want to do because they either don't pay much or they feel like it's too demanding or whatever the reason may be. But regardless, if they take away some of these jobs and they hand those tasks over to robots, that would open up more opportunity for more technically skilled professions to come in and maintain that equipment. I mean, it would open up maybe like a restaurant service business where they maintain the equipment. I mean, just a thought. But that's basically the gist of the rest. Of course, robots will soon deliver your food too. Hey, there it is, right there.
Yeah.
And then it says DoorDash will never be able to penalize McDonald's restaurants ever again. So with that being said, that about sums up that article. We're going to move on to metaverse real estate. As we stated earlier, we're going to be talking a little bit more about this. And so it
2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Alrighty, you're totally fine.
Your DoorDash must be here.
No, I ate that already. We're good.
What the hell? How the hell did he eat that already?
What?
He must have ordered it earlier.
Yeah, I ordered it earlier.
Go on, take care of business, man. I got to talk to Joe about something real fast. Anyway, it's this this next article. Reading there's a ticker right on this article talking about different cryptocurrencies, and a lot of these I've never heard of, but I see a lot of them are also on a downward trend. But most of them sound there's Bitcoin, Ethereum. These ones with good names. Solana, never heard of that one. That sounds like some kind of, heart medicine. Cardano, that sounds like a heart medicine too. XRP, that's the next FDA approved drug. All these good names, right? And then there's Dogecoin trending on here. It's trending down, but
oh yeah, it's trending down. Terra is going up somehow, some way. It's up 3.5%.
Yeah, I was just looking at those while I was kind of scrolling through this
Yeah, Solana is actually the guy that I was talking to the other day about the NFTs. Solana is the blockchain that they use. But
nice.
anyway, yeah, it's pretty cool. And yeah, if you didn't know, you can create your own NFTs if you know how to code. By the way, the virtual universe, fueled by Bitcoin, is unquestionably the trendiest incitement for investors trying to acquire metaverse real estate. Virtual worlds are envisioned as locations where anyone may visit and socialize with their friends via a monitor or a virtual reality headset. So it's you may recognize the concept from familiar games like The Sims, Farmville, Clash of Clans, and find it kind of unsurprising. Virtual lands are truly digital plots of land that exist in a three-dimensional online area. So it ties back to the metaverse. That's kind of the concept behind virtual lands, is that once the metaverse is established and truly accessible or publicly accessible, that you will be able to actually visit these plots of land while wearing your virtual reality headset. That's kind of the idea that I am under the impression of. How true that is, we'll see. It may turn out to be
Hold on. I have a question for you, okay?
Question for me, huh?
Yeah, well, for you, for the listeners, for anybody interested in this, right? This is an article that I saw the other day that I didn't read anything of, right? But the headline caught my attention.
Okay.
Think about video games today.
Right.
Think about, I'm playing Elden Ring. Beautiful, fantastic world. You're playing Lost Ark. Fantastic looking world. Travis, Planet Zoo, Planet Coaster, everything that you've been playing lately. Beautifully designed worlds. Okay.
Right.
Even Roblox has some cool stuff, or Roblox, or whatever the damn thing's called.
Roblox. I believe it's Roblox.
Yeah, Roblox. And then, Minecraft is Minecraft, and Minecraft is a cherished thing for everybody. Why do we have all of these great graphics? This is what the article was talking about. All these video games have fantastic graphics. They're beautiful to look at. They're eye-appealing, eye-candy catching, immediately strike you. And then you have these images that we've seen of the metaverse concept so far. Why do they look like trash? Why do these virtual properties, these virtual real estates, like, dude, no, for real. If you do a little looking into it, a lot of the ones that I've seen about all this metaverse stuff that's coming out right now, it's like PlayStation 2 graphics.
It's so it has a lot to do with so you got to think about Minecraft, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these metaverses look very similar to Minecraft, maybe even a little bit more cartoony, a little bit more fantasy driven, a little bit more a little bit more creativity can go into things like this, like coloring aspects of like the sandbox in particular. I dabbled with that a little bit, but basically they can give you some basically like a starter image, and you can take that image and turn it into whatever color you want. You can add patterns. You can custom color these images by pixel, right? By unit. So it takes whatever template. That's the word I was looking for. It takes whatever template you choose. And like I chose a dragon template, and it had like 400 moving pieces on it, and I was able to color each one individually, and each body part was an individual block per se that was made up of hundreds of other blocks, and you could color each individual block. And so you could add patterns, like I added some lightning strikes and stuff like that to the one. I sent the picture to you guys. You probably don't remember, but it was the lightning wyvern design that I was dabbling with, and
like Charmander with lightning on him, or Charizard.
Bro, yeah, there you go. I was about to say Charmander. What an understatement. So much more badass than Charmander, but Charizard, that's a good one. Charizard's a good one.
It sounds like the point you're trying to make in all this is that the reason it looks bad is accessibility, right? So
well,
that everyone on whatever,
customizability.
right? Yeah,
Customizability.
customizability. What that falls under accessibility, right? If I have a PS. I'm blessed enough to have a PS5. I've got 4K TVs in my house. I've got a pretty good gaming laptop, um, and so when I had my PSVR headset and when I played it with Travis's Oculus, it was all. It seems like with the metaverse. Okay, hold on. The point that I'm trying to make is if they're going to make the metaverse, the argument is accessibility versus how good it looks, right?
Right.
Some people out there don't have, my Samsung Galaxy S21 has 120 hertz display. Like it's top of the line. I can see anything that I want to on it. I can watch videos in like 4K or some crap like that. But I never do. So it seems like is the metaverse, does it look like shit so that people on shitty phones if you're buying some cheap knockoff headset, you can still get onto the metaverse? Is that their reason for the low graphics?
I don't think so. I think that it has more to do with there's a start to everything. There's a start to everything,
Right.
and as time goes by and this equipment gets maybe more accessible to the public, maybe it will improve with time, but it's kind of like the first. Maybe we can make a comparison here, but it's kind of like the first phones compared to today's phones. You know what I mean? Like the metaverse is starting out as a indestructible Nokia that you can play Snake on, right?
Nokia
And
3310.
eventually, as more features are added and more things are added, it'll turn into a trash ass iPhone 12 Pro. I'm just saying. And yes, I have room to talk because I do have the trash ass iPhone 12 Pro Max. So yeah, no.
There went half our listeners, bro.
Right. No, I'm a big fan of iPhone. I'm a big fan of Apple. I have a MacBook. I have an iPhone. I have iPads. I've got it all, but not by choice. I use it. But
ass cameras.
I like iPhone. It's just I feel like maybe these big tech creators are kind of going quantity over quality. Because as the 5G iPhones came out, hopefully we're not the only people to experience this. But 5G is absolute dog shit.
Garbage.
Because the iPhone 12s, they say they corrected it with the 13s. My dad bought a 13 and he said it's not much different from the 12. But the 12s, when they switch from 5G to LTE or from 5G to 5G ultra wide, it will drop your call. If you're on the phone, it will drop that shit in a heartbeat because it's switching services. It's switching its information gathering antenna. I don't know what the hell it's doing, but it says nope, not today.
We don't have 5G around here, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Travis
you're still
would be the guy.
Motherfucker still stuck on 3G.
Yeah, that's causing a lot of problems with cars. But so my whole point of going down this rabbit hole, if I can speak English, it is my first language, but is that metaverse real estate is expensive as hell and looks
this is
like
true.
It looks like a PS2 video game, man. I don't want to pay
true.
$1 million for an acre of virtual land to go look at it, and I feel like I'm playing a what was that game you used to play all the time, Travis? Like Escape from Tarkov on low graphics. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. Yeah. I basically, you guys didn't see this, but Travis streams, right? He was playing Planet Zoo last night. I want Travis's new computer. That's what I want my stuff to look like in the metaverse. I don't want the 4 frames a second he was getting last night on his current computer while he was playing Planet Zoo. Or like the 4 frames a second I get when I turn on ultra settings on my laptop. I want smooth 4K resolution.
Understood. Yeah, and
I get that.
but I think over time that it will improve, and it's very possible that the initial code has been set in place, right, for the starter metaverse that these people have purchased, and maybe it's up to them from this point to bring it up to current standards, maybe to increase the quality of the way things look. Maybe, who knows whose responsibility it is, but regardless, the thing is like everything starts somewhere. And I think that I keep going back to Ember Sword, but if you haven't seen Ember Sword, they have a website. Look it up. It's a little bit more cartoony, but it has a upgraded feel to it, and it's part of the metaverse. You can purchase the virtual lands and things like that, and you can build properties and towns and cities and things like that. Now they go for crazy wicked amounts of money. I think what was the one that we were talking about? It was a city on Ember Sword, and I told you it went for like $68,000, like 24 Ethereum or something like that. Absolutely ridiculous. But the fact of the matter is they bought that for maybe 20 grand, and they're turning around and selling it for 68,000. That's a ridiculous ROI. But even better, the ROI on the regular just plots, which is the smallest piece of land you can buy on Ember Sword. I think they sold for like 20 or 40 bucks. And they're reselling for $1,800 to $2,000 to $2,600. You do the math. That's well over a 10 to almost 20. No, that's well over. No, not a 10. You do the math, but that's way bigger ROI. I'm not that quick on the fly, and I'm not pulling up the calculator on my computer because it will probably shit out. But regardless, that's a much bigger ROI on the smaller plot of land than the bigger plot of land, because nobody wants to pay 10 times $20,000. Nobody wants to pay 200 grand for a plot of land. Right. I mean, now will it eventually get up? Right. Will it eventually get up to that? Who knows? The way NFTs have been going, it wouldn't fucking surprise me. But regardless, it does say metaverse real estate doesn't come cheap. Prices automatically go up. But they are expecting digital asset inventories to surpass $1 trillion. And that's based off of a survey published by crypto asset manager Grayscale. So be on the lookout for that, man. It's pretty neat. I was talking to my brother about it over my grandma's birthday, and he said that he was actually pretty interested. And my brother, he's pretty smart when it comes to this kind of stuff. And when he sees the ability, and when he sees the opportunity and he mentions it, I usually will look it up and look into it. And this one's been a pretty interesting one. Whenever he mentioned it, I really started pounding some information on it. But anyway, the last bit of this article says millions of dollars are poured into virtual lands. It has a comparable value proposition to actual estates. High-value properties are frequently located near businesses and activities, which will attract renters. And this does apply to the virtual lands, because if you go to the Sandbox or you go to Ember Sword and you look at their lands, I see y'all cracking up.
I'm watching my dog try to eat my brownies, bro.
Uh-huh. I know I'm long-winded. No.
For real. I made some brownie bark, whatever, for the first time the other day. And I brought some up here with me because I was eating them earlier, and there's still like one on my plate. And my dog is like sneaking around and peeking at the plate and like hoping I'm not gonna pay attention.
Oh, bro, that is my dog all day. I was sitting here on the computer working on the website the other day. By the way, if you're paying attention to the podcast and you made it this far, #bebetter.com is up. Travis, I need you to send me some of your content so that I can get that put up on the website, because you are one of the partners to #bebetter. So your stuff is going to be displayed in the content page of #bebetter.com. Okay. And back onto the virtual lands. Metaverse Group, an NFT-based real estate corporation, absolutely crazy that there's already one in existence. Committed $2.43 million in November 2021 to enter the digital fashion market, which I can only imagine. Here is a big kicker, two big kickers, matter of fact. Microsoft invested $68.7 billion in the Activision Blizzard earlier this year on one of the top gaming companies in the world as part of a push for its metaverse real estate program. Apple
Jesus
Incorporated, too, is getting involved, with Chief Executive Officer Tim Cook saying that the trillion-dollar company sees significant opportunity in this market and is investing accordingly. So these are two huge entities looking at this market for massive opportunities. So it's already kind of taken off. It's going to take a good chunk of change to get involved into it at this moment in time, unless you can catch something on release. Be on the lookout for these releases, because there's only a few of them out there at this point in time, and there's bound to be more. But if you can get in on a release, again, this is not financial advice. This is just our opinion. This is just what I think. But if you can get in on a release, Discord is a fantastic place to pay attention to this kind of stuff. So do research, find these entities, get into their Discords, and then pay attention, because they will announce this kind of stuff. And that is the end of metaverse real estate. And that leads us into our final topic, which is a positive note. It's not financial. It's nothing crazy. And I'm going to let Jacob lead us right into this one.
So it's a lot of fun too.
It looks fun.
Yeah, it's from TechSpot by Cal Jeffrey. Right. We've all played with Legos. I mean, if you're a male, most of our audience seems to be male right now, and I know a lot of girls that played with Legos, right? And so an enterprising Lego builder, someone who just enjoys making them, built these Legos. And they're pretty cool. They're just little LED diodes in there. His intention was for he calls them LEDOs, LEDOs. Like, good play there. But he submitted them to Lego for consideration for mass production, right?
Took me a second to catch that.
Right?
I was like, what?
Fucking
It's like Oreos for Legos.
No, LEDOs. It's a
LEDos.
good, yeah, LEDos, man. It's a good one. They don't. Unfortunately, Lego rejected the idea. The builder.
Are you shitting me, dude?
Yeah, Lego said no, and the builder points out they're pretty easy to build. So,
next thing you know, Legos is coming out with a Ledo branch and stealing that fucking idea.
Right.
Like, no, you get no credit, but yes, we are going to do it.
So I seem to be having a slight technical issue where my page won't scroll down. Travis, what does the rest of that say?
All right. I got you.
Oh, goodness gracious, man.
Bro, my video's frozen, everything. Processing YouTube videos right now.
Well, we can still hear you. Can you still hear us?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay. We'll just continue on then. Let's see.
We can still see you too, by the way.
The builder points are not hard to make. The LEDs and induction rings are pretty cheap too. Only $20 for one ring and 10 colored LEDs. You just glue them onto the blocks and they light up and placed over an induction ring. So they can be housed inside some flat Lego piece foundations for a more seamless look. So you essentially just glue these onto your Legos and it turns them into LEDOs.
I think I like LEDos better than LEDOs, but
LEDos, okay.
Me too. I think LEDos sounds better than LEDos.
Yeah, because it seems like what's his name?
Jared Leto.
No.
That's what made me think
Jay Leno. That's what I was thinking.
Leno. Yeah, that's a good one too.
Jay Leto.
But I mean, let's get real. You know, Legos would be weird if we were just seeing the word for the first time too. I mean, I guess not. Lego, let's go, Lego. You know, it kind of makes sense there. But if we were to say, if we were to say LEGOs, that would be a little awkward in my opinion. saying?
No, it's-
Like,
Just
get some
think of like
sideways looks.
how next level this could take your Star Wars,
Yes.
TIE Fighter, or your
Bro, yeah.
your Lego City Builder set, or hell, dude, I used to take leftover Lego pieces and just like make a little car, put my little Lego.
Yeah,
person
dude, that's what I used to do. I used to make cars.
Or, you know,
And you
headlights,
can have
taillights.
yeah,
I used to
blinkers.
build houses.
Like,
Yeah.
and imagine
I-
what kind of electronics what kind of like I mean, I would say like motherboards that you could put into these systems to make them have sequencing.
Yeah, you can
Right.
put some circuitry in. You can involve some circuitry to it.
Yeah,
It wouldn't be
yeah.
hard to do.
I think he's talking about building like a Lego mock-up computer and then actually having flashing lights on there to make it look more realistic, you know.
Oh, okay, I got you.
But I was thinking more simple, like
I
taking it back to the basics.
I wasn't thinking about a computer. I was thinking about like your little car. If you hit a button, like let's say you had like a little remote or something that you could hit the right blinker and it starts blinking.
Right.
You hit the left blinker and it starts blinking, or you know,
do
yeah.
this.
Right. You can
The
get pulled over
police.
by the Leto police.
Oh man,
The Leto PD.
Yeah, but I would love to have some cool Star Wars space battles with you two and some light up Letos, but unfortunately, Legos doesn't want us to have that much fun.
No.
Right. And also if Leto's become a reality and Lego tries to claim the claim the idea, you heard it here first. Mr. Cal Jeffrey wrote an article about the the DIY skill of some man. I don't know if it was it Cal Jeffrey, the one that
Ripken Jr.
created. Huh?
I don't know. Cal Jeffrey was just the author. There's a video embedded in this article on TechSpot that take you to the page that the creator is named in, or
anyway, you can find the article on our Flipboard. And it's the band from the table Flipboard. You can find it up by searching it on Flipboard. We've already got 16 viewers, I think, 13 views or something like 12 viewers. That's what it is, 12 viewers. You can find the article on Flipboard and watch the video for yourself. Go back to the dude's page, check it out, leave him a like, let him know what you think about the Letos or LEDOs. You know, you can ask him how the hell you say it. Just putting that out there. You can ask him how the hell that's supposed to be pronounced, but
and it's
regardless
banned, BANNED, like when you ban your crazy uncle from the Thanksgiving dinner table.
Right, not money bands.
Nobody here
Nobody here knows what money bands look like.
Well, Travis is the only one that can play a guitar here too, so
I've got a guitar.
I'm not very good at it.
I can play
have a
like 3
guitar.
notes.
you have a mandolin.
No. I have an acoustic guitar in my bedroom.
Oh,
I've got 2
Nice.
electrics sitting beside me, and then my acoustics over across the room.
Do you?
Well,
never mind.
so
Anyway.
everybody. Well, go ahead, Travis. What are you gonna say?
No, I was just saying. Anyway,
Um,
go ahead.
check us out. Check out our website. Check us out on Twitch. Trailer Travis on Twitch. You can check out HBB_Crux on Twitch. That's Joe. I'm on YouTube because I'm in the. I'm a cool kid, I guess. I don't know. I just like YouTube better. So it's Stuvix132 on YouTube.
I will be switching to YouTube. I do have the HBB_Crux on YouTube.
page.
Be on the lookout. Be on the lookout because I will be beginning my live stream journey on YouTube from this point on. And I may actually go live tonight. Who knows? I'm in the mood to play some Lost Ark. I don't have to work tomorrow.
I'm planning on streaming later, so.
Well, there you go. I mean, we'll all be streaming. You can also check out the Be Better. We have a Be Better YouTube channel. We have a Be Better website, Be Better Discord, and that is #BeBetter. We also have a Be Better Facebook page if you're interested in looking at that. And if I missed anything, Joe is going to put it in affiliate links. That way you guys can find it. But This is Banned from the Table, where we talk about everything from the ridiculous to the exciting. And thanks, guys, for joining us.
Peace.